Good afternoon. I'm Mike Kelly, and welcome to another live broadcast sponsored by The Record, NorthJersey.com, and the USA Today Network, New Jersey. Today, we'll be talking to Bridget Anne Kelly, one of the central figures in the Bridgegate traffic jam case, which upended Governor Christie's political career and his presidential run in 2016. Ms. Kelly, a former deputy chief of staff for Governor Christie, was convicted for her role in the Bridgegate case, along with Bill Baroni, Christie's top appointee at the time to the Port Authority. But last week, in a dramatic ruling, the United States Supreme Court overturned their convictions, leaving them free to go on with their lives. Hi, Bridget. Thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate this.
Hi, Mike.
Before we go on, I just want to thank you for the years that you have patiently put up with people like me and others in the press for asking you a lot of questions about the Bridgegate case. I know our coverage always didn't make you happy, but you handled it like a real pro, and I want you to know that. I wonder if we could start with the Supreme Court ruling. Tell us how you found out.
I was actually in Englewood Cliffs picking up something to drop for my brother and his family for Mother's Day. And, you know, we don't get a heads up that the court, that our case or my case was going to be announced. It's just they're issuing decisions on said day.
Right.
So I, like I have every other day, gone about my business. And I thought it was a possibility that we could have heard, but we're also in this stage of like an abnormal new normal. So what the court schedules have changed a little bit in terms of those of us that started to watch the Supreme Court. So they have a blog, a SCOTUS blog. So what happens is that they, you know, it's like, you know, almost like a live feed of the decisions and what the court puts up on their website, I guess.
Sure, I was on that blog as well.
Okay. So, but I was driving, so I couldn't watch it. And I really, Mike, have gotten to a point where you make yourself crazy. I mean, the blog was open on my phone, but I couldn't, you know, do you put yourself in that situation and be disappointed if they don't do it or whatever? And again, depending on which way the court went would depend on the rest of my life. And so, you know, like I said, I was down in Englewood Cliffs picking up this brunch box. Who I think you've met. And it was about 2 minutes after 10 in the morning. And he's like, we won, we got it. And Connor was the same one that yelled the day that the Supreme Court granted cert. And I was worried he didn't understand or know how to read Latin. So I thought he was wrong. And this time I thought that he read the wrong thing. And then my phone just, you know, from my attorneys to family, to friends, I got a text message from the mayor of my town, literally probably one of the first messages I got, just saying congratulations. So then I knew it was real, and went home and went about the new normal of, you know, post Bridgegate.
I remember speaking to you that day, and you said to me something I thought was very profound, and that was you were
Mike,
crying.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
I remember calling you that day. Can you hear me now? How is that? Hold on. Bridget, can you hear me now? We're obviously having technical difficulties. I apologize to anyone that's watching this. We're trying to solve these technical difficulties. Bridget is unable to hear my questions for her. I can hear her just fine. We're talking with Bridget Anne Kelly, one of the central figures in the Bridgegate case, which the United States Supreme Court ruled on just last week. What we're going to do is we're going to pause for a bit here, and we'll come back in a few minutes. So stay tuned, okay? Thank you very much.